go.
It's episode 18 of Ear Swap.
18, Ear Swap. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, and this is the first show with a guest, and our first guest is Connor.
You've heard about him a lot on this show.
Yeah.
We mention you a lot. Do you know that?
Did you know how
I've
much
seen a couple episodes, but I'm really bad with podcasts.
Yeah.
This is the only podcast I've ever listened to, and I had a podcast for a bit.
You still have a podcast.
I still have a podcast. We
So,
just haven't done an episode in forever. But
this is
Right.
Connor Eves of the Shart Stories podcast.
Yeah.
Which hasn't existed for a while. Well, it exists.
it
It's
exists
just
in limbo.
we haven't done anything except for today. So this will be the crossover episode
crossover
with Shart Stories.
It's
Yep.
like Jimmy Timmy Power Hour, except with poop
Exactly.
and music.
With music.
They go hand in hand, though.
We're going to change animation styles for the next,
Yeah.
next episode.
Flip in and out of them. Yeah, so Connor usually pops up in a hot dog suit, and I have you saved like in the Ear Swap, folder.
Yeah.
It says Connor in hot dog suit because I use it so frequently.
Was that was the picture from when you were a fish next to me?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That
was
was
the
like
fish man. That was Halloween.
2019.
2019 Halloween. I
Yeah.
think.
Wow.
Yep, because I showed up dressed in a hot dog costume, and then Shane showed up dressed in a
I just
fish
had a
mask.
Yeah.
But still, we were like,
Picture time.
yeah, it was great.
It was a good time.
And
All
now
right.
it lives on.
Now it lives on.
So,
Finally, it has a use.
on this week's episode, we will be talking about the band Hanatarash. Hanatarash? I still don't know if I'm saying that correctly.
Sure.
Hannah Trash. I thought that's. I just looked at it once. And I was like, Hannah Trash.
Yeah, Hannah Trash.
Yeah, the pronunciation on Wikipedia is Japanese. So, I don't know.
Yeah, that doesn't help.
Change it to English.
Oh.
Can you?
No.
No,
Not
I was
that.
lying.
So this band Shane brought up in an episode a couple weeks ago because he just heard a story about a band running a bulldozer through a building.
Excavator.
Excavator.
It's an excavator.
All right, an
It's not a
excavator.
bulldozer.
I don't
Very
know the
important.
difference,
Yeah.
but that is insane.
Excavator has a scoopy arm.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what that's called?
Yeah.
I thought that was just bulldozer too.
Bulldozer.
Bulldozer
I
too.
don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. How did you discover that? Like, how did you even know about that
Dude,
story?
It's just an internet thing.
Really?
I don't know. I think this is a pretty well-known band in internet circles.
Yeah.
Actually, just because of that. I'm sure there's a lot of better information about this band than we're about to give. But
There are a bunch of good videos on
Mhm.
YouTube about this, which I'll link in the description. I watched. Which one was it? The Insane. I watched two of them. Did you guys watch two
yeah,
of them?
I watched a bunch of stuff, honestly.
I
Yeah.
watched one video because somebody told me not to do research, and then somebody told
fine.
me to do research.
I like the push and pull. It's
No,
fun.
this
Yeah,
is good
yeah.
because now we have somebody to tell all this bullshit.
Oh,
to.
yes.
But you have a
Oh,
little bit
yeah.
of
You
context.
represent the audience.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
am the audience.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I watched the one called Japan's Most Dangerous Band by
Yes.
Pad Chinnington, that
That was
YouTube
a
channel.
very good video.
And then I watched The Insane World of Hanatarash,
I didn't watch that one.
and I watched that one as well. So both of those were good. Because Shane brought them up, and I was editing the video. So I looked up a picture, and then I just went down this rabbit hole with this band.
Dude.
I was like, we should do a fucking episode on this because this is one of the wildest things I've seen in a while from a band of something I've never heard of.
Yeah, let's talk about what the band actually is. So, this is a genre known as danger music.
Danger
which
Mouse.
is Danger Mouse, which is like an offshoot of Japanese like harsh noise, industrial noise music.
Okay.
So, there's like a big Japanese noise scene that came out of their punk movement, and then that turned into this like even more extreme version called danger music.
Which is
Yeah.
Yeah, because they kind of took a lot of influence. A thing I knew about it was they met the stagehands at Einsters and Neubauten, which
Yes.
I've mentioned that band
Which you
a couple
mentioned that,
times.
and I didn't know who that was.
They're
so
fuck-
I've looked
they're
them
great.
up recently.
I just remembered a memory that you and I had together. I don't know if you were in the room, but I remember one time at a.
But we had this.
But
memory
it was in
together.
one of the houses you lived in,
Oh God.
and there was a bunch of people around. I think it was the first party or whatever I went to with you, and you guys were doing like the YouTube queue thing, right? And I remember me and a couple homies like Tristan and Matt, and they put on Einsters and Neubauten, and it immediately killed the vibe in the room. We put on like them live in Armenia, and people were like, "What the fuck is this?" And it's them like screaming in a warehouse, like hitting shopping carts and stuff.
which is fucking
Dude,
cool.
I just remembered
if
that,
I
yeah.
were in the room, I would have been.
I figured
like,
you would've-
Yes. I don't care about the vibe right
Yeah.
now. This is it.
This is the vibe, which I
You hated living in the whatever, whichever house that was.
Hey,
you
we don't
hated
need to
it,
dive
so
into
we
that
don't
real
need to-
quick. Let's
Right.
stay away from that one. But yes, I did.
but yeah, I remember that with Einstürzen, and I discovered them through Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds because of Blixa Bergeld was the
Okay.
guitar player in Nick Cave, and that's his like side band.
Oh,
And they were a band
I
at the
didn't
time he
know
joined
that.
Nick Cave.
that's weird.
Yeah, so like he plays like
Interesting.
the really screechy shit in Nick Cave and those kind of middle records. So
That sounds sick.
great band.
Send me a video. Send me a link, please.
okay, I'll send you a link. Don't worry.
Send me a link. I gotta.
Very good.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Oh, I burped. It was all good.
But Einstürzen was also banned from America for a time. Because they would just like put a jet engine on the stage and it would start sucking things up,
Uh-huh.
and then we go to scrapyards and shit, and just like find scrap metal, or they would use other bands' gear on tour and just annihilate it. Like
Oh.
they would do some pretty wild shit.
Kind of a
So
power move, I
they're
guess.
still a band though, and I
That's
believe just put out a
nuts.
record. But
Yeah,
so them being
they're one I'm
influenced
gonna
made
have
sense.
to- I'm gonna have to check them out a little
Yeah.
more.
The
Yeah, that's
burps.
the burps, Connor.
The coffee's
What the heck?
burpy today.
The coffee's always
Made some
burpy,
burpy
and I have
coffee.
no idea
We
why.
should stop drinking coffee on this show.
No, I need
feel
it.
like I don't burp enough in life either. So
I don't think
this
that's
is
true.
nice.
Um,
No, I'm a farter, not a burper.
That's
Sorry,
right.
I'll save that for part 2 for the next podcast.
All right, so this is a two-piece.
Yep.
Generally, it's always Yamantaka Ai, who was one of the founding members, and Mitsuru Tabata.
Nice.
They're the founding members. They make a lot of noise.
That's true.
I think it's generally Mitsuru Tabata who's doing the drumming, I believe, in a
Mhm.
lot of the live videos, and then Yamantaka Ai is just doing everything else.
A little bit of throwing glass at
Throwing
the audience.
glass. Yeah,
and-
there's a video of him
Yeah.
just like taking panes of glass and
Or
just,
just
throwing
throwing it.
them on the stage towards the audience.
yeah.
And then there's one where he just had like a jackhammer and he was just like hammering like these barrels.
That's
and
so
it's just like
sick.
so loud and so crazy. Apparently it's hard to find it's like true information about this band, like confirmed, because
Yeah.
there's barely any video.
Barely.
It's mostly like word of mouth. So it's like, yeah, people said he brought a dead cat on stage and cut it in half with a chainsaw. Nobody's got pictures of that. Nobody
Right.
really knows if he did that.
Yeah. Or if it's just like a rumor, fabricated
rumor.
story kind of thing. Because, yeah, there's like one video on YouTube, 51 seconds,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just him with a microphone in his mouth just screaming.
There's another one
Yeah.
that's like 30 minutes.
oh,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
most of a performance, and it like ends with people just kind of like leaving the room, and then the last few minutes are just people sweeping the stage, which is amazing. Really low quality, but it's a cool one to skip through. I didn't sit and watch the whole thing because it was.
Unless
it
you're into
was-
harsh noise, then
I mean,
watch
Yeah.
that whole thing.
I liked the recordings. Okay, so we talked about their live performances a little bit. What did you think of their recordings? Did you listen to any of their records?
Yeah, I listened
hope.
to a little bit of it. I mean, it wasn't like the easiest listen.
Oh, I listened to multiple all the way through,
Oh, my gosh.
and I started getting like very into it.
That's-
Really?
Yeah. So
that's some badass energy you got going on.
the
there.
one I made all the way through was Hanatarash 4, also known as Aidzadelic, which I picked because of the name because I thought it was funny.
Oh, that's
Oh,
one
okay.
I listened to a little bit of
Okay.
because you sent it to me. I
That's-
listened to like very little of it because I
It's-
didn't want to do too much research.
It's very cool.
But-
I like it. I
Sorry.
like their recordings because they sound like a cartoon at times. There's like
Yeah.
weird shit, but this one it had a bunch of like strange samples. It was almost like somebody just like had a TV turned up really loud and then he was just like screaming over the top of it.
Okay,
in a
so
cool way.
That's kind of sick.
Yeah.
so where's for you guys, where's the line between like, okay, do you consider music like a pretty broad term?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like where is it land on like being music and being like art? I mean, they're kind
Yeah,
of the same thing.
performance
Yeah, like
art, like,
performance
yeah.
art. Like, you know, there's like aspects of that. Like, I feel like everybody's definition of music is very different though. Like,
True.
I'm sure just the general like radio listener would definitely not consider this music. But for me, I almost consider it more of like an art piece than I would like an abstract art piece, because you're taking something so normal as you would in art, you know, like a normal figure, like a human body, or you're taking something like that and completely transforming it into an imaginary thing. It almost seems like this is like, here's music, but fuck all of that. We're going to do this instead.
Yeah.
I would still.
Does that make sense?
Like, it blurs the lines between, like, music and performance art, but I think it's still both of those things.
Yeah.
Because all the crazy shit he's doing is to make noise. To be heard. Like, even when he's chasing people around with an excavator, which apparently they drove through the wall of the venue and,
how'd they get a hold of
the
it?
stage. I don't know. There's pictures on it. I think you can just rent one. I don't know.
They just rented one?
Did you? Yeah,
do
It was
you have
it
to
was
have a
80s
special
Japan.
license?
I don't know.
Okay, fair.
And
80s
he was
were a weird time.
Yeah, they were. You
We'll
remember the
throw vibes
80s?
up. Remember 'em.
You remember the 80s?
Well, I think so. Like, harsh noise is definitely music.
Yeah.
It's like definitely music, because if
That's a picture of it.
whoa,
Yeah.
badass. If like
Badass.
I don't know. If, for example, if harsh noise is not music, then everything I don't like is also not music. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
it's like, no, it's just up to taste. Like, Red Hot
Yeah.
Chili Peppers isn't music then.
It's not. I agree with that one.
I'd rather listen to harsh noise than Red Hot Chili Peppers. All right.
I would
Goodbye.
I would take Hanatarash over it, probably. Yeah. I was, like, digging this stuff. I don't... Probably a little too much.
But we don't
Probably a
have
little
like
too much.
We don't have that like part of us that likes Red Hot Chili
That's
Peppers.
true.
I
That's
guess.
true.
So
Maybe
it's
that's
it's so
what-
subjective
the
to
gene.
person. Yeah, we
Yeah,
don't have
that's
the,
I was predisposed to like
it's a
the Red Hot
recessive
Chili.
gene
Yeah.
for sure.
But I also listened to the, I believe it's called the Total Retardation EP.
Oh
Did you
my
listen to that one?
god.
Yeah.
No, I didn't even.
It
I don't
was-
even see
it
that
was
one.
pretty good, too. Yeah. Their stuff is, like, all over the place.
I'm like shaking from this coffee right now.
I know
chugged
it's
that
pretty
whole
gnarly.
mug.
I'm done with mine too.
Yeah, you made it pretty strong today.
Made it strong.
Yeah, dude. Strong coffee.
Cowboy coffee.
I got some
Yes.
cowboy coffee. So it says on their Wikipedia, which is really funny. It says years active 84 to 98, unconfirmed.
Unconfirmed. Nothing about this band is confirmed. That's the cool thing about it.
That's wild.
Like, there's pictures and there's rumors, and that's all I could really find.
I tried to find
That's
like
so cool.
where are they at now, and I couldn't find anything.
Oh, did you not find anything about Yamataka Ai?
No,
Oh, he's done tons of stuff.
really.
Yeah. He went on to create a band called Boredoms. Have you heard Boredoms? They're kind of noisy. They're
That name
they
sounds
have
really
all
familiar.
kinds of stuff. Let me see.
I feel like you've just told me about them. You know?
They're very experimental.
They were
kinda
signed to
space
Warner
rocky
Brothers.
stuff. Yeah, they had a
Wow.
really good. They're still a band technically, but they yeah, dude. If Hanatarash is too much for you and it's too chaotic, check out the album Pop Tatari by Boredoms.
Yeah, they have their last record was
it rips.
2005.
I listened to that thing all the way through. It's very good. It's a lot more typical song structure type stuff, but
Okay.
also Yamataka Ai's like going nuts the whole time. It's
Sick.
very cool. He also he was on a Sonic Youth song.
I was just saying that TV shit,
yes,
And,
and
yeah.
also Battles. He was on a Battles song.
and with Ween,
Yeah,
Wait.
yeah.
Rock
we-
Hawaii.
Yep.
Yeah,
Whoa.
Yeah,
Ocean
Sundome
Mire.
by Battles. He on the album Gloss Drop,
yeah,
which I listened to that on my way over here. It's great.
Sick.
yeah. This is
So he's gone to have like a very, very good career.
this is
Yamataka Ai.
he's 58.
Yeah,
now.
and he's still doing this.
Still doing it.
Also, Boredoms had Yoshimi Piwe. I don't know how to pronounce that.
You're
I'm sorry.
killing it.
But she was in a bunch of bands, but that's who Yoshimi Battles the Pink Robots was inspired by her name, because she's in Boredoms by Flaming Lips.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, that's named after her.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Cute.
Yes, but
Fun.
definitely that's what I actually got most out of this research was, especially Pop Tatari by Boredoms. They had one called Sea Drum, which Weston was telling us about today.
Oh yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah,
Like,
where they were.
incredible piece of music. Definitely go listen to Sea Drum, and I think Pop Tatari is excellent too.
Wow. Okay.
Mhm.
I'll have to go down that rabbit hole too. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
definitely. I think it's
You know what I'm
much easier to listen to, but yeah, for some reason with Hanatarash, I can just pop my headphones in, blast that, and I get so much work done.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Like I've caught myself listening to harsh noise, and I actively am like not into harsh noise per se,
Yeah.
but
don't
I
really know.
also like it at the same time because I'll just put it on like when I'm driving alone. Sometimes I'm just like, yeah, I'm so stressed. And, like, heavy traffic.
So
you know?
stressed.
I
I
don't
used to
really
do that a lot,
know if I'd
but-
call them harsh noise because they're not staticky like a lot of harsh noises.
That's fair.
Like where it's like a heavy static in your ears. It's just noise and like poorly recorded stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess I just use like harsh noise as a
Yeah.
blanket term for all noise music, which is like not correct.
Yeah.
Which
That's
is,
like-
not
That's
correct.
I saw a
like-
post on Facebook today that was like stop putting deathcore bands on death metal tours. And I'm like, man, it's like
Even the bands can't tell the difference.
yeah, like, he's like, and then he goes on to be like, I don't want to see this sissy shit, this sissy
Sissy shit.
deathcore shit. I want death metal, and I'm like, I don't even know the difference between them. I just call everything like I just put core at the end of something, and I'm like, yeah. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Cottage core.
So their album titles are amazing. Hanatarash, that is.
Yeah.
Their first, I think it was a cassette they put out called "Take Back Your Penis."
Yep.
Aids-adelic, like I said earlier. They had a song called "My Dad the Car" or something like that.
Take Back Your Penis has like a lot of like incel energy, volcel energy. Really,
Yeah.
it's like gentlemen, save your seed.
Gentlemen, save your seed. Good God.
Well, you know what volcel say.
Is that what they say?
I don't know. I feel like they would say that.
Probably.
I've never really met like a volcel who's really into it.
How do you spell that? Volcel.
VOLCEL?
It's like
yeah,
incel but voluntary.
yeah, voluntary celibate.
A member of an online community, typically a heterosexual man who abstains from sexual relationships.
Yeah, but they're like really into.
Volcel
Into
versus
it.
asexual.
Yeah, well, because asexual people just aren't like
Right.
It's their sexuality, right? But volcels are like, I really want a bone, but I just will not.
do it.
Good God.
Because they're like, we know somebody who wants. Never mind. I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say because
Yeah, I don't know where you're going with that. I don't
it
think
was
I
the
wanna know.
funniest thing I've ever heard come out of somebody's mouth. But I absolutely
You
cannot.
can
say
tell
it.
me later.
I'll tell
yeah,
you
we
later.
can do it off camera.
Let's do this one off camera.
Oh no, the song is titled "My Dad Is Car."
My dad is car.
My dad is.
Incredible. It's off of Hanatarash 2.
Hey, you know what?
Mhm.
You know, we talked about doing a Deftones cover set. We
Yeah.
should do a Hanatarash cover set and just annihilate a venue.
Just destroy it.
All right,
They
bye
were
Kirby's.
banned.
Bye
They were
Kirby's.
banned for playing in what city was that? Forbidden from performing in most venues, I believe.
Wasn't it like
in
Osaka?
Tokyo.
Osaka too, probably.
Probably they're from Osaka, I
Right.
believe. But I think in Tokyo they got banned for playing there for 10 years or something like that.
Osaka probably has more like hometown love for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they hate him. I don't know.
Well,
He
yeah,
also
yeah.
in Tokyo Super Loft, he tried to light the stage on fire with a Molotov cocktail,
But he was
stopped him.
That's
So-
so badass.
And then they- yeah.
So badass.
So they would end shows owing like thousands of dollars in repairs.
Could they just afford it, or were they in debt?
I don't know. I have no idea what these guys do. Apparently, also he almost cut his leg off in one set because he strapped a circular saw to his back.
Excuse
Did
me?
it happen? I don't know. I wasn't there, but it sounds like it probably happened.
Wow.
But
This is
That's okay. See, that's where I draw the line. I can't see like real life gore. You know,
okay,
you
so,
light a stage on fire.
which
for sure.
this made me start thinking about other extreme live performances
mhm.
and like how it's different with different countries and like how they approach it. Because like we have like, start Iggy Pop.
Yeah.
Very well known. He would cut himself
With glass and
with
stuff.
glass.
Yeah.
He'd be bleeding all over. He'd be all bendy, kind of
Yeah.
like in the video where he had the microphone in his mouth.
Yeah.
That was a very Iggy Pop move.
Yeah.
And then you have obviously Gigi Allen is the American sweetheart.
Icon.
Icon.
Shitting on stage, throwing the shit at people, punching women in the face, dragging them across stage.
Mhm.
He was usually bleeding, dick out, tiny dick out,
Amphetamine
all
dick,
time.
yeah.
Amphetamine dick. Yeah, shows usually get shut down by cops. So yeah, Gigi Allen, that's a very American way to do it. And I also was looking, Dillinger Escape Plan apparently shit on stage one time and threw it into the crowd.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. Yep.
I love that band.
They're great.
Yeah.
That band
Wakinyan's
rocks.
seen them live.
Yeah,
Really? What's that?
They opened up for Soundgarden when I seen Soundgarden.
Whoa.
Isn't that crazy? They were fucking great.
I'm sure they were great.
They were
They're known
so
for
good.
having a really good live
They were
set.
so good. That audience had no idea how good that band was.
Prancer. That song
I
gets
don't
me
know.
every time.
I don't think I've really listened to them. I just remember that live performance being really good.
So we got the Americans. We obviously have that the German band Ein.
Einstürze and Neubauten.
Yes, they are very similar to
Oh yeah,
Hanatarash, I'd say.
big inspirations for them.
The Swedish. Have you heard of the band Watain? It's like a black metal band. They throw like pig's blood all over the crowd, like real pig's blood.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
They got in trouble.
That doesn't
For
sound
that one.
sanitary.
No, and they have like there's a lot of like black metal bands that had like animal like heads on
Yeah.
sticks on stage.
I've seen that kind of stuff.
All those. But it's weird because each one does it differently. And I'm gonna bring up Dan Carlin's Hardcore History again.
Okay. Yeah.
Because it's a great podcast. Go listen to that. It's way better than this one. But he was talking. He has a whole series called something in the East. I don't know. It's about Japan, like pre, during, and post World War II, and like how
okay.
Japan became Japan, basically.
Mm.
And it's fascinating. But there's a line in there that he adapted, which was somebody talking about the Jewish people that they're saying they're just like anyone else, only more so. And he adapted that to the Japanese empire as well. So they're just like anybody else, just more. And I think this shows like these guys. There wasn't a venue when they were done playing. Like, there was just like a level of extremity, especially in like the 80s in the music scene there that was unmatched. So yeah, you go see Iggy Pop, he's like bleeding a little bit. That seems like nothing compared to this. A guy almost cutting his leg off.
Yeah.
Totally.
That's crazy.
Totally. But, there was also, like, with Japanese culture, there's, like, their music scenes way cooler. That's why you see American bands going over there all the time.
Is that why they get the extra songs all the time?
Probably, yeah.
That's probably
especially
true.
with like emo and math rock and shit. They eat
Yeah.
that shit up, and like hardcore and like they pioneered that genre in a lot of ways too, especially math rock. Like I don't know what the origins of math rock are.
No.
It's not my like genre to talk about, but I know Japan
Don't
does
you
it
play
really
math
well.
rock?
I do not play math rock.
You did for a little bit.
Shut up. It's like soft math rock.
Soft math rock. Okay.
It was like two polyrhythms. Like
Two
come on.
polyrhythms. Soft math rock.
Soft math rock.
I like that.
But I like how the American go-to is just shit on stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just poop.
That's what we got.
Well,
gross.
I think I actually just remembered this just now. I went up and played in Kansas City and opened up for a Japanese punk band one time called Zav.
Yo.
Right? And we played, I don't know if you've ever played there. It was on like Prospect in Kansas City. It was like a really gnarly neighborhood.
Yeah.
And we played this punk show there, and this Japanese band was like touring and coming through or whatever. And we played, and they used our gear. I went downstairs after that show. They had turned my amps up to 10, both of them.
Oh.
They were one of the loudest bands I've ever heard of.
Yes.
And it was that kind of thing. Like they were here, and they were just super nice, and like they also barely spoke English, but they were like super nice. They had a translator with them, which was cool. And I ended up running into that guy somewhere random. Oh, in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It was like right before COVID hit or whatever, Bovid. And
Yeah, don't get us flat.
I was in Tulsa, and the translator for that band was at the show we were playing in Tulsa. And like ran into him randomly. It was really bizarre. Anyways, but they were like super cool, and they had some cool videos. They were a good band. I don't know if they're still a band, but they were like huge in Tokyo, you know, because they're just like that stuff goes hard over in Japan. Yeah, I can't find anything. They're on SoundCloud.
That's sick. I I've always wanted to play with like Japanese math rock and hardcore and emo bands and stuff.
Yeah.
There was a photographer I followed for a while, so and he was from Japan, and I'd follow all the bands he'd take photos of. And,
Oh, that's cool.
and yeah, there was some so good band, like such good bands.
They don't
Yeah.
come through Kansas very often.
No, that's a big issue too. Yeah,
American
Played with
bands
Elephant.
don't come through Kansas very often.
Yeah.
So.
It's not a Japanese band, but like kind of Eastern Asia band is Elephant Gym. I played with them. That was badass.
Oh, that's cool.
But that was not in Kansas, so
Oh, see,
yeah.
never.
From Taiwan.
Taiwan, yes,
Okay.
that's right.
I don't know that band at all.
Oh, they're sick.
Well,
They're
I'll
really
check them
good.
out.
Yeah.
So how many minutes do you think you actually listened to of
Gosh.
Hanatarash?
Who? Me?
Either of you. I know you listened to 57 seconds.
I listened to 57 seconds and about equal on the album because,
Okay.
again, didn't want to get too deep into it
I'd-
so I could go in blind a bit.
I'd say like 10 minutes before I felt like I got the picture, honestly.
Dang.
Mm.
Yeah, I listened
I
to
just,
probably
like-
an hour and a half easy.
Oh, badass.
Really.
Really back to back, too.
I couldn't listen to this shit for more than that, honestly.
I think I can. I think
They're
I might,
fascinating to
I
me,
might be
Shane.
opening up a noise.
Oh, it's
like,
Shane's
door
noise
for me.
era.
It's just,
Goes from Me Without You and Manchester Orchestra right to noise.
yeah. This Bad Eyes did it to me, man. There's
Oh,
your show.
yeah. rockin'
Joaquin's
Bad
in this
Eyes,
band called Bad Eyes.
That's
He
right.
plays guitar. I'm wearing the shirt right now.
Done
It's
by
real cool. By our friend Kathleen.
that's right.
We'll,
At Starry Spurs
At Starry Spurs. Go follow
on
her
Instagram.
on Instagram. It's great.
Yeah. Did the design,
Um,
it looks awesome.
yeah.
And
Also did the design for Shart Stories. So
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
we transition into that, then
yeah.
She does
probably see that.
designs for every record I've put
Yeah.
out except
Connors
for
and
one.
Junior Retreat.
Junior
Yeah.
Retreat.
Sorta.
Doomer Retreat.
You
Doomer
are
Retreat.
Junior Retreat, so it's
Sorta.
whatever
Yeah.
you want it to be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
yours.
I can't
So.
say I'm the only member because every other member has written more on a song than I have at this point. So
Yeah, you're the founder and you're the bedrock.
You're the
of
CEO.
call
Yeah.
me Mr. Flintstone. I
Mr.
can make your
Flintstone.
bedrock. Remember that song?
What song was that?
I don't know, but I've had that line stuck in my
Call
head
me.
since like third grade when it came out. I swear.
Bedrock by Young Money.
That's Young Money.
Drake's in the music video.
Very funny. That came out when I was like in, I don't know, probably 5th grade.
How
and
long? Yeah, 2005. So I would have been like
that would've-
second grade.
Yeah, that would have been. Yeah, I would have been young, right?
Yeah, I would have been in middle school.
Ah,
so,
sick.
yeah.
Shane was in college.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I
I've,
was-
I've had that
That was
line
my,
stuck in my head.
first freshman year in college.
Well, I don't feel like this band is honestly like ranking worthy.
Okay,
I feel like it's
it is what it is.
it is what it is. Like it's its own entity that I feel like cannot be ranked.
Yes.
Like there's not like a, oh yeah, it's like I like this song. I think just the whole encompassing idea of the band is kind of a cool concept. I just found them really fascinating.
I disagree
Yeah.
a little bit on that. There was like a few songs that I thought stuck out.
Really?
Do I remember the names of them?
Well, you listen to a lot of music at
No,
once, so I doubt
did.
it.
Oh, sorry about that. That was turned up.
Good thing
really
Connor's
loud.
doesn't have his headphones on.
I can't hear
Specifically.
shit.
Blah, 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 blah. I don't even know. They're all like insane names too, but there were some that I was like, okay, this one sticks out a little bit more than the previous ones. But yeah, go listen to Boredoms for sure. That's more what I get out of this.
Yeah.
That one I'm going back to. A lot.
I'm gonna have to listen to them.
Yeah.
C-Drum is an experience. It's very cool.
C-Drum's the album, right?
It's a split. It's a half and half. So half of it's C-Drum, half of it
Oh,
is
a split, yeah.
Equal parts milk and heavy cream, half and half.
Yes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
House of Sun is the name of
Oh,
the other
House
side.
of Sun. That sounds cool.
And it's I didn't listen to that part of it yet, but I
Okay.
will.
So C-Drum is a band.
No, Boredoms is the band.
Boredoms
It's
is
the-
the band.
The thing.
And then
Okay.
Pop Tatari is excellent. Like I
Okay.
really recommend listening to that as well.
Okay. Got it. Locked away in the
There we go.
In the Spank
in
Bank.
the spank.
In the spank bank.
All right, yeah, let's probably need to wrap this up. But
Yeah.
what do you guys think about noise and Japanese culture.
Yeah, just Japanese
Yes,
culture in
just-
general.
Yeah, let me know what you
Just not
think.
even- yeah.
Yeah,
Please.
this episode goes out to all our weeb friends.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Connor.
No,
Yeah.
no.
How many
No.
figurines do you have?
0 actually,
0.
unless you
Uh.
count my massive Funko Pop collection.
0 cum drenched figurines. Okay.
I didn't know it was this type of podcast. Let me go in
Oh.
depth.
Yeah,
Yes.
please.
But yeah, all I can say is I'm into it.
Shane's into it.
I'm into
I
I liked what I saw and heard.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to listen to Boredoms. I think I like that more.
I think you will too. It's honestly they're just like killer musicians too. So
Cool.
that helps.
You know, my mom brought this up to me today. I got lunch with her. She said, "Okay, I want to talk to you about something." I was
Okay.
like, "Yeah, what's up?" She goes, I've listened to all the ear swap episodes and stuff,
Mhm.
right?" She's like, "But every band you're in is heavy and loud, but you
Yeah.
don't listen to any heavy or loud music, really."
Mm.
And I was like, "I don't know what to tell you. It just ends up being that way." I get to itch out.
That's a good point, though.
Yeah.
A lot of people I've met in heavy bands don't really listen to heavy music.
Yeah, I
so-
like never listen to heavy music.
I
Really.
make the heaviest music that I make when I'm listening to the softest music for sure.
Right.
It's like
Mm.
it's kind of split, but I also make softer music when I'm listening to heavier music.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
It's like
same with me.
Yeah, it's just you got to fill the void somehow.
Right.
So,
See, I get to ish out playing live stuff. I used to listen to heavy music a lot more, but
You know.
Well, let's do picks for next episode.
yeah.
All right.
So,
So speaking of heavy music, Marty Robbins. I'm
Okay.
suggesting Gunfighter Ballads and Trail Songs by Marty Robbins. You can take a look at that, boy.
okay.
It's like Christmas.
I didn't grab mine.
Okay.
Go third record in. That one. I'm recommending you Tool Undertow
Okay.
is what I'm
Yeah,
recommending
these are
you.
the same.
Oh,
And this is going to be an
badass.
interesting episode.
I can't wait to describe this as the band jerking off the whole time. Like
That is like probably the least jerking off album they have. That is
Okay.
that is a super raw. Henry Rollins is on this record.
Oh,
Oh,
sick.
no
So
shit.
yeah,
I don't know anything about
this
Tool.
this is like the least like Tool thing that you can get. I love this record. This is with their original bass player. So this album is very dope. So
Oh, Cliff Burton.
yeah, Cliff Burton.
at your show, at Kirby's, some guy just talked to me for like 30 minutes about that record, and I was just like acted like I had heard it the
Really?
whole time because he was like super nice. He was like, "Yeah, Tool, Undertow," and I was like, "Yeah, dude, I love that album." And it's like I don't think I've even heard Schism all the way through.
Do you know who listens to Tool? Tools.
Tools. My dad's gonna be upset. It's like favorite band.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
here, let's
I
put
really
these
just
up.
haven't listened to him at all.
These are the next picks. We got Gunslinger Ballads, Marty Robbins, and then Tool Undertow for the
Yes.
next episode. That is going to be a
It's gonna
fucking
be a
hoot.
wacky one.
I'm gonna send y'all a record to listen to as well, just as like a little.
Okay, what should we listen
Okay.
to, Connor?
Shit.
Oh, you didn't come prepared.
I didn't know I was supposed to give you a pick.
Well, you're not.
Oh, okay.
No,
I
you're not.
I
You
was
just told us you were going
I
to.
mean,
and then
yeah,
you-
you're the
I
one
said I
that
was
said
gonna
that.
send you one later.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
send us
okay.
one later.
Yeah, let us know later.
We'll let everybody know
Yeah.
what Connor recommends.
Yeah.
Gonna recommend some bullshit. Let me tell you what.
Oh, I can't wait.
All right. Well, we've been going at this for a little while now.
A little
so
longer
I
than
think-
probably thought.
We're about on time.
Hell yeah.
So-
Okay. So thank you
Well,
all for watching.
Thank you for coming on the show, Connor.
Yes, of
Yep,
course.
thanks for being on the show.
We will post something about the Shart Stories episode we're about to record right now.
Yep.
So expect to see us in these exact same situation, like seating arrangement and clothing.
Oh,
Yep.
we're doing footage for that too.
Oh,
You
yeah.
betcha.
Do you have time?
I have time.
Okay. Then, yeah,
Sorry.
we're doing it.
I don't know
All right.
shit.
Thanks for listening.
Yep.
We have shirts for sale as always.
Yep. You can go to our Bandcamp ear swap.
Yeah.
Pod.bandcamp.com and go get some shirts, but we are going to do an episode of Shart Stories Pod, so
Yes, we
we'll
are.
link that and you'll be able to listen to that. So
All right. Goodbye, everybody.
we'll see you next week. Thanks.
Bye.
So should I just delete these tracks here?
Connor,
Eat shit and lie. Yeah.
Hey, baby.
This is stereo.
I'm so sorry. Say what you need to say. Yeah, we hit that. How do you even fit a mic in your mouth?
Hey, thank you for watching that full episode. If you liked it, we also have ear swap clips, and we also have some ear swap merch. You can see me wearing it. You can get it at earswappod.bandcamp.com. So be sure to check that out. There is a link in the description.
You can look just like this guy.